guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman issue 1. Before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 61, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are those exclusive comics. We have Robin Hood ongoing issue 1, which I do have an advanced review on my channel for, so you can go check that out. Even though it's released now, I did have an advanced review for it. I have Daredevil issue 7 for exclusive review and Nova issue 20, so be sure to check out Comic Uno episode 61, which will be annotated. But let's talk about Sensational Comics or Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman issue 1. Now, this is a digital comic, but this is like the printed version. I usually like getting the printed versions just because the chapters, they're a little short for me, so I just like getting like the trade form of these digital comics. And usually, I remember with Smallville, I used to buy both, and it was just way too much money, so I'd rather just buy it in the printed form. So, hopefully, Sensation Comics will be the next digital comic I do get in printed form, because right now I'm only getting Smallville, but they've done this before with Batman and Superman, get regular stories either from the New 52 or pre-New 52 and just feature different writers and artists for the character. So Batman's got canceled, I'm pretty sure, but Superman's still going on, and now we have Wonder Woman that they're doing the same thing for, which I think is really smart because you want the whole Trinity there, and I know a lot of people love Wonder Woman. I like Wonder Woman. She's not one of my favorite characters, but I do love what Wonder Woman stands for, and I want to see a good Wonder Woman series just like the next person. So, really cool cover, and was really looking forward to the Gail Simone story here. I really like Gail Simone's writing for Wonder Woman, and we get to see Oracle in this story too, so if you're a big pre-New 52 fan, you get a lot of story here, especially if you're a big Gail Simone pre-New 52 fan. You might get a lot out of this. So with this issue, we get to see Oracle's like, hey, Gotham's being run by all of Batman's villains, and they are all teaming up, which they usually don't do because they all hate each other. So now that they're all teaming up, she says, hey, I don't want Batman to do this, I want Wonder Woman to do this. And how will Wonder Woman treat these heroes? And she does treat them differently as Batman and fights them differently as Batman. That's the really interesting part of the whole issue, which I'm not going to spoil, but it's really interesting to see how she fights these villains and who joins her side just because she says something different and, again, fights these villains differently. She also teams up with villains differently. So I did like that part of the story a lot too. And that's pretty much the whole first story. It's just her dealing with Gotham in her own way. The next story is with just Wonder Woman fighting one of her known villains, and she gets to see this boy who's a really big Wonder Woman fan, and the boys are making fun of her, making fun of this other boys. So Wonder Woman's like, hey, it's cool to be a fan of me, even if you are a guy, and I like that story. I thought it was really cool, just a cool, inspiring kid story, and she gives like a piece of the lasso of truth to him. You know, we've seen this before with Wonder Woman and Superman, but it's always a cute story to see, and really good artwork. I thought the fighting scenes for this issue, the second part of the issue, was really good also, so overall, I thought it was a really solid issue. I liked both stories a lot. The Gail Simone story just brought back a lot of great memories for the pre-New 52, so that was really great to see. And second story was just really good to see a lot of the fighting. I think really with both of these stories, you just see Wonder Woman's fighting skills. Second story is more really visually see the fighting skills, and the first story was seeing it mentally, her fighting skills, and how she deals with villains differently than Batman. So one was a New 52 story, the other was a pre-New 52 story. Both stories were really interesting. I like both. I thought this was a very solid issue. I'm gonna give Sensation Comics featuring Wonder Woman 4 stars. I thought it was really solid, and I will be adding this series to my pull list. I think it's a really cool one-shot type Wonder Woman series with some fun stories, and we'll see where the series goes. So definitely pick it up, give it a chance if you're a big Wonder Woman fan or pre-New 52 fan. I definitely recommend this. Even though it's a digital comic, I really do think you should read it. It has some fun stories, especially if you're a Gail Simone fan also. So it was really great seeing Oracle, and both these stories brought a lot to the table to, again, mentally and physically who Wonder Woman truly is. And both stories had great artwork, too. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rad Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. And don't forget to follow my website, Like Father, Like Daughter, to follow more about my own comic book. And all of that will be in the description below, all those links. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. And, yeah, see you guys. Bye.